You are now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Feelin' Podcast Network. Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Makk and Makk, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Y'all already
How y'all
know.
doing out there?
Y'all already know what it is. It is I, the homie.
Friday
Makk.
night.
Yep. And I am Makk, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Made us Kelvin Cayley. Welcome back to the Smoke Pit, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine Friday. Hope everybody's had a good, productive week this week, or made the most out of what you can make. We are back, man. And you know what today is?
What's that?
Do you actually know? Today is, we're on episode 26, right?
Yep.
So today is actually our 6-month anniversary of the Smoke Pit. This is the 6th month anniversary of the Smoke Pit.
Oh shit! And I ain't even get you nothing.
Me neither. I just thought about that shit today, and I was like, man.
Damn, that's dope though, man. You know.
Yep.
I never would have knew. I never would have knew we'd be 26 episodes. And actually, we probably could have had more. There's a couple weeks we had to take off because of some shit, so we'd probably be a damn near 30 and shit. But
yeah, man. Thanks for everybody for rocking with us this long. The Smoke Pit Podcast fan group. Thank you to everybody in there that has been sticking with us and providing so much great debate and commentary and memes, whatever you want to do to just make yourself laugh. Thank you guys for rocking with us this long. We hope to be in business for a while. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for rocking with us.
Most definitely. With that being said, let's get the pleasantries out the way. First, shout out to our sponsors here at DFPN for your wireless headphone needs. Holla at our boys at Get the Plugs. That's www.gettheplugs.com. Wireless earbuds, payment plans, different I guess grades of the headphones. So if you want the deluxe, you want the the basic, pros, whatever, go check them out. They got a sale going on right now, and if you use the code INT15, you get a discount on that as well. So go ahead and check them out. For all our upcoming rappers and music makers and stuff, because I know we got a few of them in the group. Y'all been blowing up so far this year. I seen you. I see y'all. If you want to get them out there on the major streaming platforms, Spotify's, your Amazon Music, Google Music, Apple Music, hit up audioswim.com, and for $5 a track, they can make that happen for you. And then, of course, anybody else who's trying to get out there, get their name out there, make a brand, looking for some management, looking for some investment tips, go to www.premierelement.com. All right, that'll take you to Premier Element UAE, and they got all that stuff set up and ready for you. So check that out if that is what you're looking for. All right, Black, tell them what we got going on the Patreon, man.
All right, so go to www.patreon.com/datfeelingpodcast. $3 a month will get you all our episodes ad-free. These videos go to Patreon and they go ad-free. We've started doing more behind the scenes and more extra episodes that we're putting on the Patreon for our Patreon fans. So shout out to everybody that is in the Patreon group. We just got a new member last week, so shout out to everybody that has joined our Patreon and that has contributed. Shout out to Pitmaster Mikey P. Bean too, because he upped his ante from $10 to $20 a month. So shout out to you for doing that, bro.
Yes.
Very, very good conversation that we actually had with him on the Patreon. So we're doing a lot of things over on Patreon that we don't necessarily do in the group. So shout out to everybody that's doing that. Remember, $3 a month will get you all of our episodes ad-free. You participate in all of our live shows. And we do giveaways for our premium Patreon subscribers. So listen, $5 a month will get you that. $3 will get you everything else. So come join our Patreon. Come have fun with us. Come join in on the extracurricular activity that we're doing over there, man. What else you got for them, Matt?
Speaking of Patreon, when you join the Patreon, you get a code for discounts for our merch shop over at Teespring. So you see down there, go to teespring.com and search Dat Feeling Podcast. That's where you'll find merch for all of the shows that we got on our network. Real Food, Mr. F You On Me, Smoke Pit, Wrestling with Thought, the brand Dat Feeling Podcast Network, and what we got, breaking down the classics, In the Den. So we got some stuff, and coming soon, I know you've probably seen them in the group. We have a new podcast coming out by one of our fellow pit masters. The Salute. It's geared, he has it right now geared for people in the transition, I guess, getting out of the military, getting after their dreams or whatnot. But he's opening it to everybody, man. It doesn't have to be military only. If you got a passion that you're I guess passionate about, for lack of a better word, and you're getting after it, this is the community you want to get in, man. So he has a fan group going, so expect another round of invites from myself, Makk, probably some other people, to get in there and start adding to the group. I already see a dozen or so of us in there, so that's good. But like I said, we're just trying to build a nice little community of people looking out for people and so forth and so on. So that merch will be coming soon too as well. So that's what we got.
Yes, sir.
How was your week, bro? Oh, wait. If you guys don't follow Black's personal email, or if you're not friends with him, my man is full on the vegan lifestyle. He gave us an update, day 7. Tell the people how this vegan diet is going for you, my guy.
So it's a little weird. Every diet that you do is going to give and take, right? So all last year, I was doing keto. I did keto all last year.
Yep. So
the thought process was behind it. So in 2019, I had a real big health scare, which come to find out was my potassium. I have a potassium deficiency.
Yep.
That caused me to change everything. So I overhauled everything. I did keto. Started in 2019 doing keto, and I was like, eventually I want to go vegan. So all last year I did it. I tried to do it a little bit off and on, and I wasn't feeling it. So I just started conditioning myself to get used to it. And I did it this year. So this year I was like, I'm gonna go full on vegan. So I did it. I started last week, and it wasn't bad, right? So keto, they have a thing called a keto flu. I didn't get that with vegan. I at least had a little bit of carbs. It wasn't high carbs, but I had carbs. You know what I mean? My body wasn't starving for carbs. It wasn't horrible. So that part of it wasn't bad. What I did not expect was the offerings to the porcelain god. Holy shit. Bro. It went.
It's cleansing. Is it cleansing?
It kicked in. Yeah, it cleansed fast. It was just all this fucked up shit you said you was gonna eat before you decided to go vegan. Well, here it is, buddy.
All of it.
Here it is. Yeah.
Yo, so talk
here
to
it
me.
is. Get out of here.
Do you feel do you have that energy burst that a lot of people who go to a plant-based and all that? So you're going vegan, not just plant-based stuff, right?
Yeah, it's mostly plant based, but yeah.
Okay. So you get that burst of energy where you're like, man, I never knew I had so much energy to do stuff.
Yeah, I do actually. So yesterday was like a weird day for me because I didn't even realize I didn't drink coffee until about 4:00. And I was like, I hadn't had any coffee whatsoever, and I was just up. And that part of it was good. Like, there's some benefits to it. Like, I monitor blood pressure regularly, and my blood pressure is really good. It came down a lot, so that part of it was really good. But dog, just like Con went and got pizza today, and it wasn't even no extraordinary pizza. It was just like some regular Albertsons in the box type shit. You know how mad I was looking at this fucking pizza get thrown in the oven? Now, and it wasn't even mad like she got it. It wasn't mad like, how dare you bring this into the house? Right. Like, she just went and got shit and just put it in the oven like it wasn't nothing. Like, total dissatisfaction. Like, I'm looking at this pizza like, man, I'm about to kill that shit. I'm about to body slam all of you to get to this fucking pizza. Let me tell you,
it's mine.
Y'all better eat all that shit. Yo, kids eat chicken nuggets, all they ain't even satisfied. They just eating them shits and like,
it's
whatever.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm over here,
like, I guess if I have to eat something, it'll be chicken nuggets. I guess I'll settle.
It'll be chicken nuggets. We don't have anything to eat in the house, Dad. Motherfucker, you eating chicken nuggets right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eating whole chicken nuggets. Who cares if this process?
So what was you snacking on?
Eating it.
What was you snacking on?
I had a fucking banana. I had a banana.
Bro, you know the fucked up part? I'm not even at that level. What I started doing is trying to count macros in the sense of my carbs, fats, and proteins. I ain't on the sodium intake, this, that, all that. Just those three, and
right,
trying to get those to be a calorie count, you know, depending on my level of activity or whatnot. I got this Fitbit, and like, I be wanting to eat, but then it's just like, you got to be smart about what you eat. So I mean, they down there eating fried pork chops and freaking, you know, mashed potatoes, rice, all that other stuff, and I'm just like, let me make this salad. I mean, it's a dope ass salad, don't get me wrong, right? I throw the salad in there. I cut up an avocado. I put some grilled chicken on it, and then I put pico de gallo on it instead of dressing, and I shake it up. And it's lit, you know, it's lit. But then you smell like the pork chop frying and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like when they reheat it the next day, you're just like, bro, it just smells just as good. Like, I never noticed shit like that.
Yeah, right. Like, who was that?
I never know.
Leonella made bacon the other day, and I was like, for real, you got to make that shit right now. Like, I was hungry as fuck too, and I was like, because I'm doing vegan, but I'm doing intermittent fasting too.
Oh, that's my
God!
Part of that. Oh my God!
Yeah.
What is you doing?
Yeah. So. Hey. So, and it was like in the window. It was in the window, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, shout out Pitmaster Rob. He's like, we're flexitarians, mainly vegetarian with very limited meat. Mainly because I won't give up bacon. And bacon is
yeah.
Bro,
that shit almost broke me. It almost broke me. And
like, you know, isn't there like a Beyond Meat type bacon or something like that you can try? Would you dare?
I pray to God there is. I'm damn sure gonna look.
I'm gonna try that whole out. I'm there frying tofu because I mean, I remember turkey bacon when that was the new craze. They're like, boy, this is healthy bacon, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, if it's the only thing available to me, I'll fucks with it. But like, if there's pork bacon and we got turkey bacon next to it,
I can't even do that.
You won't even do that?
Yeah, I can't do turkey bacon. But no, I can't do turkey.
You'll fuck with tofu bacon?
Hell yeah. Just
so right now I bring you a piece. Right now I bring you a piece of turkey bacon. You ain't gonna fuck with it?
Nah, I won't fuck with it.
What?
Even vegan won't give me the fucking turkey bacon. Nah.
Yo, everybody in the chat like fucking turkey bacon is trash, and it has more sodium than regular bacon.
It is.
What?
It does.
Vargas, you real?
It does. That turkey bacon is alive from the pits of hell.
So what's so healthy about it then? Is it supposed to be like less fat, but you got more sodium?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd be on that bacon though. Cause I knew I wasn't gonna do vegetarian. I thought about it for a little bit, but I was like, get the fuck out of here. So now I'm just trying to watch what I do and stay active and stuff. But it's tough, man. It's tough. But
yeah, it is.
So what you sipping tonight before we get into the proceedings this evening?
So on my vegan shit, I am sipping on shout out to The Rock because he gave us a blessing with this shit. Some Terramana tequila, and I made a margarita out of it. Man, let me tell you, this tequila is good. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's good.
It's smooth?
Yeah.
Smoother. It's smoother than because I'm not a big tequila person. I know Jose. I don't care what level of Jose you giving me, gold, silver. That shit is not smooth. Patron, 1800. That's probably
Patron
like the.
Right. Don Julio's pretty good. 1800 is pretty good.
Yeah. 1800 was the smoothest tequila I had.
It's different.
For I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because I looked at the price.
This shit is. It's up there, bro.
Up there, what? Price
in terms of quality?
Oh.
Yeah, in terms of quality, it's good. It's good.
All right. Yeah, I'm sipping on the Cran Apple Royalty. I talked about my last podcast. It's just 1 part Crown, which is 1.5 ounces, and then 1 part of the Ocean Spray Cran Apple, which is 4 ounces. So I just doubled that up to fill this tumbler up. So it's pretty good. I ain't on the level you and Wiz is at, mixing up these concoctions and stuff on the rip. I'm a basic ass bitch when it comes to creating drinks. But y'all need to start putting them shits in the descriptions, man. Y'all be talking about it, and then I'd be like, oh shit. And y'all be like, we gonna put the description, the recipe in the description, and I'd be like,
then we don't never put it.
Then y'all don't never put it in there. So I'd be in there like, man, I want that. I want to taste like rains. I want the angels from Africa. You know what I'm saying? I want the midnight special, whatever the fuck Wiz be coming up with. I want some of that shit too. God damn it.
The Merry Crema.
Yeah. The Merry Crema. Oh man. So before we get into the main thing, I just want to say that I have been on this drink a gallon of water a day thing for quite some time. I've never been like fully had a 3-day streak, longer than 3 days of drinking a gallon a day. But since this year has started, I've been hitting a gallon a day for 15 days straight. This day is to be continued because I'm only halfway done because I've been fucking up. But they be like, if you drink more water, your skin will thank you. You'll be more. And I'm not feeling any of the benefits except like if I get tagged to do
a lot.
Yeah. If I get tagged for a urinalysis, I ain't gonna be sitting in the waiting room. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get there and be like, let's go, bro, let's go right now.
Let's go. Yeah,
2 cups.
It's gotta happen.
2 cups. I'm ready to go. I've been peeing so much, man. Then you wash your hands get all, every time you wash your hands, the water just be stripping all the goddamn moisture out of it. Then I gotta go put lotion on.
Yeah.
Then I go sit down and like 15, 20 minutes later, I'm like, God damn it. I gotta go pee again. Wash my hands again. I'm at the point where I should probably just learn to just sit down and pee. And then just be like, I'm good. So I don't have to wash my hands. But here's the thing. Nobody's going to believe that. Like, I will go in the bathroom. I will sit down and I will
think you just went to shit and then
you ain't gonna wash your hands, nasty ass. No, please believe me. I didn't touch anything. I just sat down. Nah, he nasty. And it's COVID shit's going on too. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. They gonna think you trying to spread COVID and shit, bro. Nah,
if McCoy brings something to the cookout,
don't eat it.
That shit.
I seen him leave the bathroom and not wash his hands. Now you that guy. Now you the nasty motherfucker. When all you wanted was not to be ashy.
Right?
No, please believe me. I just sat down to pee. What you sitting down to pee for? Nah, you took a shit. You nasty. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm still at it, though, but it ain't fun. I be trying to mix it up, throw some Crystal Light in there and shit. Be like, ooh, peach mango. I still be having to pee the same amount of times.
Yep.
I be trying, man.
That probably make it worse. You mixing the sugar in there, that shit hit your bloodstream fast.
I don't know. I just got it because I'd be like 6 cups of this shit, man. Water? I'd be like, let me sprinkle some Crystal Light in. I'd be like, ooh, it's a treat.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm doing good. Yay. Every third cup be a
Look
Crystal.
at me.
Every third cup is a Crystal Light cup. Like, yes. Oh, man.
We made it here. We made it.
What did Pablo say?
What's up, man?
Hold on. Pablo's like, that's like when you come out the bathroom. I don't give a fuck how good the soap smells. Don't be smelling your hands as you walk out.
Right?
Just be like, man, did you? Bro, you nasty.
Man, get your ass back in there. Watch it.
Get your ass in the goddamn. I'm telling. That's the first thing I do. I'm telling.
I'm telling on your ass.
I'll be quick too. Because there be cats in restaurants trying to leave the bathroom without washing their hands. And this is what I do every time that shit happens. Like if a dude use the bathroom and try to walk out without washing their hands, when he opens the door, I yell real loud, that man didn't wash his hands. And the dude turns back around. He's like, come on, man. Why'd you do that?
You mother.
Why are you mad at me?
Because you a nasty motherfucker. That's why. I'm trying to save us all.
They come back in there mad at me. Come on, man. Why'd you have to do that? Because you ain't washed your hands. And you touching things in the restaurant.
Yeah. Come on, man. Why didn't you wash your hands?
You know what? If he would have just rinsed his hands, and I'd been like, fuck it. Whatever. But the fact you just walk out the stall and turn around, give it some effort. Like,
I think people like that are worse though. Like the people that don't even have the audacity to put soap on there. Like you just nasty, period. Because like now you're trying to put up a facade. Now I know you a nasty ass. Because you
and they do it right next to you. Yeah, they do it. They see suds and shit on your hand. They're just like, nah. One piece of paper towel. Your hand's barely wet. That one piece of paper towel gonna hold them? All right.
What the fuck is you grabbing paper towels for? You nasty ass.
To make him feel like he did something.
Right. I can't have them thinking I'm a nasty person. No, we still think you nasty.
My man Mook said he's trying to be efficient with time and leave it in God's hands. That's cool if you at your house doing that shit. But if you in a restaurant, you probably about to touch the little napkin dispenser shit that outfit. Nah, bro. Nah. Not in this day and age.
Got people grabbing the doors with their elbows because they know you nasty now.
Yeah, they wrapping paper towel around their hands to open the door. And then trying to throw it in the trash can from the door because they ain't trying to go back in there.
Yeah, before the door closed.
Yeah. Motherfuckers racing and shit. Oh, man. Cool. So you ready to get into the main topic? And I think it's cool because you're the one who brought this up. Normally we try to keep it light and hilarious in here, but this house meeting we gonna talk about something I think that needs to be talked about. So let's get into this.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Cool. All right. So, one of the pit masters, I forget who it was. Let me bring it back.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. I just know his last name's Perry.
Oh, okay.
The last name on it.
All right. Yeah. So Pitmaster Perry, he made a post with some stats. In the post, he was referring to or just asking the question, why is suicide still on the rise? Why is it a problem still? And he kind of took it, kind of placed a military kind of environment in it, because he was like, I'm not in the military, I work with them and stuff like that. Why do you feel that suicide is still a thing? So I know you wanted to talk about this, Makk, so I'll let you open the discussion with how you feel about it.
Yeah. So first of all, correction: his last name is Jerry.
Oh, okay.
So I went and looked at the post. But I'll say this, and I'll start with an experience I had. Key West, 2013. I was stationed there, and it was a joint environment. One of the people that one of the services that we worked with, Navy, real cool guy. His name was Lieutenant Wall.
Yeah.
And he was cool, man. One of the coolest officers I ever met, man. One of the coolest officers I ever met. Pleasure to work with. Always got it done. Anytime that we watched with him, he was funny. Like, he kept it light. Everybody wanted to work with him. Everybody knew they were going to get their job done. And then they would be able to do whatever it is they wanted to do. Right?
Yeah.
So he had this joke every time that we watch, every time he had a joke. He's like, God, it's so fucking boring. Like, I just want to kill myself. It's so fucking boring. Right? And everybody would be laughing at that shit. And he was a submarine guy. And one of the big things that I learned was that so many submariners had mental health issues that they didn't even really know about.
Wow.
He was one of those guys. And as cool as he was, he kept every one of his demons out. Like, no one knew he was struggling with so much shit. And it wasn't until, I remember this clearly too, because I was on leave. I went to Phoenix from Key West. Or was it Vegas? It was probably Vegas. I went to Vegas, and then I came back. And one of the first people I saw in the commissary, he was like, hey man, Lieutenant Wall killed himself. And my first reaction was, get the fuck out of here, you lying. Like, no, I was like laughing it off. I was like, ha 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 ha, yeah, right. And he was like, nah man, I'm serious, he killed himself.
Wow.
And I was like,
wow.
I was like, no fucking way, right? Like, how? And the signs were there all the time, because he would always talk about the shit. Like, hindsight is always 20/20, but like, he would always talk about that shit, always. And it would be like in a joking manner. And this is why, like, anytime someone even remotely gets close to that, like, my antennas go up. Like, I have to pay attention, right? Because I thought someone was joking before and they took their lives. And we didn't know that he was really struggling with all of this stuff, because his defense mechanism was really keeping everybody else around him happy. That was his defense mechanism. Right? As long as everybody else around him was happy, he was happy.
He was good to go.
And you didn't know what he was. Yeah, he was good to go. The mission was done. He focused a lot on the mission. The mission was done, and okay, everybody else is gonna do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And I say that to say that guy can be anybody. He can be anybody. Lieutenant Wall could be anybody. You don't know what people are really dealing with in these times. Don't know how much people are carrying. And one of the big things, even after that, like, I noticed about the military, it's not just the military, but it can easily translate to outside too. One of the things that I noticed is that you get to the surface of a problem and we don't really dig deep. You know what I mean? Because people do have issues that they're dealing with, and yeah, acknowledging it is great. It's a great first step, acknowledgement that the problem is there. But the actual fixing of the problem is where we all need to do better. Because it's a constant job, and I get it. No one really wants to stay on top of that. But it's a constant job because people can relapse. You know what I mean? You can get them support, and you can get them. It's no different from like alcoholism, right? You can get people support, you can get them help, you can get them clean. But you can't keep them that way unless a support system is there for them, right? And that applies to mental health, because alcoholism is a disease, so is mental health. Mental health, like, some of it can be diseases. Depression is a disease that a lot of people don't really know they have, right? And so that part of it makes it hard for people to acknowledge. Hard for people to, because they don't want the judgment. You know what I mean? They don't want that. And like EJ said, just asking somebody, you're okay, right? You okay? And the answer may be, yeah, I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm good to go. But is it really? And it's really knowing the people that you're around, because I knew this guy. Like, I knew him. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was just some regular old schmo. You know what I mean? Like, just got there and had issues. I worked with the guy almost every time I had watch for 2 years. You know what I mean? And didn't know that he was carrying that type of thing. You know what I mean? And rarely get mad, rarely was depressed at work, but you don't know the issues that he's dealing with at home. So that was my thing, just touching on it. But and it's more so just getting to the root of the problem isn't enough for a lot of people. Because and in the military as well, because we focus on mission first, like that is embedded in everybody's mind. The mission, right? Am I okay enough to do the mission?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you may not be. You know what I mean? That deployment may have scarred you, and that's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're dealing with it, it's okay. But it has to also be okay to say, I kind of lost my train of thought. It has to also be okay for them to say, you need the help, we're going to help you. You're one of ours. You know what I mean? Right. And that is a very big issue.
So I think Mook brought up a good point by saying that the military models their actions off what's available in the civilian sector, usually at a value, unfortunately. Do you think the fact that the military jumps from one program to another to try to combat not only suicide but mental health awareness and things like that, because one part of the year it's suicide prevention by some organization or something on the base. Next thing you know, it's Green Dot. Next thing you know, it's called something else, and it's just continually like what's available. I don't know if they go for the cheapest thing. My mind would be like that's probably what they do, the cheapest based off of value, like Luke said. So do you think like people who they hire to do that are in it for, like, I want to believe that those people are doing it because they believe they want to make a difference and help people who are hurting. But low key, they're probably, this is a job, I get certified in this and then I go give this briefing and, everybody's out. Because I've been in some where they're just like, I have slides, it's like, 50 something slides, but I'm going to just talk to you guys like this. And everybody's just like, yeah, woo! They clap because they don't want to be in a briefing for, forever and shit. And I'm sitting there like, you should probably just do your job and go through the slides, man. because there's probably somebody in this
Right.
room who probably needs to hear some shit that's probably presented on these slides that you're not going over because you just want to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we get some really good comments
We are.
out of here too. So yeah, we get some really good comments. But I would say this. Yes, the value of the program, the value of the program isn't really put into the forefront. But neither is the problem, right? Because the problem isn't focused on until too many people have suffered from it. You know what I mean? Because it's always the mission first. Do you risk losing those numbers for a mission that you may have to do or deployment that you have to go on? Like, it's a delicate balance there. I'll give the military that part. It's a delicate balance, but those things have consequences. You know what I mean? It really does.
Yeah.
You may not come back the same from some of those things, and that needs to be focused on. Or there may have been an event that happened on base that kind of traumatically scarred somebody. Who knows? You know what I mean? You don't know that thing. Somebody may have gone through something that has altered their capability of trust in people around them, and it until it becomes a problem, the military doesn't really focus on putting emphasis into that type of training. They really don't, and that's just a true statement.
So Mikey, I just put his comment up. He was like, and I think it goes back to what you were saying as far as the military mindset. Get back to the mission, right? And Mikey, scroll back up. I think he said when you go to mental health on base, it feels like they have two goals: either get you back to work or to get you out. Long-term treatment of actual mental health issues is not in their wheelhouse. And I can probably see that happening because you're out of pocket, you're not doing the mission, you're still costing us money. So it's like you either better, which I feel a lot of people do say is, yeah, I feel better. I can get back to work because one, they're probably separated geographically from their immediate family, and they feel like their work family or onesie twosie, somebody there, like they feel like a part of a team there. But not really, because if they were really getting that need and that fulfillment of being a part of something bigger, they probably wouldn't be thinking suicidal or whatnot, you know? So it's like, I don't want people to think I'm broken because, you know, then you get that stigma at work, you know, like, bro, are you good?
Right.
So,
and that's what I said. It has to be okay for people to come out and say that without feeling like they're jeopardizing something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The care has to be there.
So what do you feel about,
It really does.
And I think Mikey, he kind of alluded to this in the after hours last week. The generation of people coming into the military now, obviously they have had social media their whole life. They've been always able to express how they feel, find people who feel the same way, and so forth and so on. Then they come in the military, and then now we kind of put not so much a muzzle on them or whatnot, but it's like, you know, chill with what you talk about, this, that, and the third. And then also, you still got those old school people, like, you know, back in my day, we just sucked it up and did the job, you know, like you just kept it moving and stuff like that. So this is what I want to kind of roll into is, let me go ahead. So I went and looked at, oh look, now it's like, it should be up, right? You don't see the screen?
No, I see it.
Oh, okay, cool. So I went to the National Institute of Mental Health and looked up some suicide statistics and whatnot. But just let me remind people who are watching, if you are somebody you know is struggling with the thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Numbers at the bottom, 1-800-273-8255. So just keep that in mind moving forward. But the biggest thing, obviously the first table is telling you that it's the 10th leading cause of death in the United States across all age groups. But the thing I want to talk about, and it kind of goes towards the military, the difference between male suicide and female suicide, numbers wise. So back in 1999, 10.5 out of every 100,000 people was committing suicide. On average, 18 out of every 100,000 were dudes, you know what I'm saying? And then 4 for female. And across the years, it's only gone up. So females are now at 6.2 and males are at 22.8. So it seems like it's more of a male dominated statistic, as sad as that sounds. You got thoughts on that? Like, why is it that men are ending it themselves more than females are?
Yeah, I have a really big theory on it. And it's just the fact that you're a man, right? And a lot of us are, I'm not gonna say taught, or conditioned to bottle up their emotions. You're supposed to be tough, you're supposed to be macho, you're supposed to be whatever that word is supposed to be that like represents you as a man. You're supposed to be strong. There are supposed to be any weaknesses. So you're conditioned, right? Mm-hmm. So when something affects you, particularly something like a depression or PTSD, the first thing that would normally go through a man's mind is, this isn't supposed to be happening to me, right? It's not supposed to be happening. I don't have those types of issues. I've seen such and such. I've seen this person, they have that issue. I'm not like that person, right? Not knowing that you are, but it's just how we're conditioned to be. And we don't really acknowledge that. We don't acknowledge that something is affecting us. Or I think men are just more afraid of the judgment of having those types of conditions. Oh wow, that's a good comment.
Yeah,
that's a good comment.
Yeah,
I was gonna go to that, but that is a really good comment. Yeah. But that made me lose where I was going with it. But it's just the not me attitude. Like I'm a guy that doesn't have these types of issues.
Right.
Or it's not affecting me like it is that person, so I must be okay. Mm-hmm. And then it gets worse. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But that is a really good comment.
Yeah. So the comment he's referring to, if you're just listening and not watching, Mikey says when he was working EMS, they had stats that said men have a higher rate of suicide because they are likely to use more violent methods to commit suicide that result in successful attempts. Females are more likely to use methods like pills that have a better chance of being safe from, so their actual suicide death rate is lower, but their attempt rate is just as high. So I think that is something that I don't know if they have a graph on that, like for attempts. It's just more figures showing that men be out here wilding.
Right.
And it's
so Jerry says we're also conditioned to be self-reliant. Yes, like I can get by. I don't need myself. I don't need help. I can do it myself. Yes.
Yeah.
That.
I mean that is a
EJ
thing.
EJ says
because
men have a harder time expressing their feelings.
Right. So Lauren says, thanks for watching too, Lauren, that women are more likely to voice mental health issues. So is it, I want to say, so if a woman goes to another woman and say, hey, I'm dealing with things, I do believe that women are more caring and more in tune to the emotional, and they really want to They really want to make sure that you're taken
Right.
care of. You know, maternal instinct. I don't want to put them all in the same hat, but my experience is, for me being in the military, I have taken concerns of things that were worrying me and things that were troubling me to both a male and a female superior, and the conversation with the male superior is shorter than it is with the female. You know, she was just like, you know, come in the office, close the door, pull up the seat, talk to me about what's going on. You know, the male was like, you know, are you good? Like, do you need to like be taken off the schedule? Are you know, and it was more like work related stuff. Or do you need to be blocked off for this long? You know, you want to talk to the chaplain, or like he wasn't trying to talk to me. He was trying to, I guess, ACE, like ask if I was okay and take me to somebody else. Like, here, he's your thing now, you know?
Yeah.
So
you want to go to the chaplain?
Yeah.
Like, that's the first question.
Yeah.
You want to go to the chaplain?
You want to talk to a chaplain? You cool? You want to, you know? And I was sitting there like, nah, it's cool. And then that's when I went to the female captain's office.
Yeah.
You know, like,
But
nah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing, though. That's the thing. Like, that right there is the thing. And it's just like, nah, I'm good. I can do it myself. I don't want to talk to the chaplain. I came to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I came to you. This is what's bothering me. I need you to talk me through this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Cause I think it made me feel like, oh, it's just me. Like, nobody, like, you can't sympathize with me. Like, your life is just so weird. You can't fathom somebody having issues in life, you know? We just had this briefing like 3 weeks ago, you know? And then now here's your opportunity to utilize this. Like, it wasn't on the trail of suicide or nothing like that, because, you know, not to say that I'm stronger than that mentally, but my motivation is here. Like, I can't leave my wife and children. You know, I just can't go out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And leave them with facing all the troubles and shit that I couldn't handle. You know, so I'm taking my life. I feel like that is a coward way to go for me. But I understand that people who are going through stuff that was way harder and way tougher than what was troubling me. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the things people see when they go down range, or some of the things that like, people have different demons that haunt them. So it is not me. It's not anywhere for me to be like, you know, that is a coward way to go. That's a whole way to go out. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody was just like, that wasn't their fucking first thing at the top of their list to fucking do. You know, I'm sure they exhausted all the options they thought they had.
right.
So now they're, well, this is the last step, you know? So I think that as a man, when I say things like, I feel like for me, if I were to do that, that would be a coward's way out. Like, if I had a lot of problems and I disappeared off this earth, those problems aren't going to go away. They're just going to be like, well, since you were his spouse, you owe us all this
It
stuff.
goes to you.
And you owe all of this stuff,
Yeah.
right? So that's why I feel that way. The one general, when we were talking about it, like big military wise, I forget what base he was at, where he was just, I think it was Keesler, and he was just like, suicide is a coward. Only cowards commit suicide. I'm just like, bro, you are all over the place right now. These are some things you should not be saying, man. These are some things you shouldn't be saying. And back to what Cypress, is that your name? Am I saying it right? Cypress? Cypres?
I think so.
But
Because that's what I want to say, but I don't
Cypress?
want to mess it up.
We'll let him correct us. But I think as men, it's kind of like, you know, suck it up type shit. Tough it out. So it is Cypress. All right, man, what's up? I feel like it's ingrained in us to suck it up. We don't want to hear about your feelings.
Right.
Tough it out, you know? And that's I feel like that's another you know, log in the fire of why this shit keeps escalating.
Right. True. I agree. We treat it like, let's grab a drink, go out and have fun, and forget about the problem. Which can add to more problems.
Yes. 100%, man. I just think it's sad because here at Luke, since I've been here, there's been like 4 suicides, and
we've had a lot,
and they'll happen, and we'll get a email from the base commander. I regret to inform Thunderbolt Nation that X, Y, and Z happened. We lost the wingman and stuff. Remember, always look out for your wingman, X, Y, and Z, and that's it. Like, you still hear jets taking off. You still see people out there prepping and turning jets for sorties. And I'm just like, nobody takes a day to talk and check in on one another just because we had this resiliency day a few months ago, Air Force wide resiliency day. Well, that should cover all that stuff. Continue, get back to the mission.
We had 3, I think, after that. Like in like successive months too. It was like 1 a month.
After resiliency day?
But yeah.
Yep.
People were just committing suicide.
What did you think about that? The resiliency day? Did you think, or let me ask you this. Are you thinking, since you've been in, or since you've known military life back in the early 2000s to now, do you think positive strides have been made to address this, or you think they're just treading water from where they were at?
I think they're on a treadmill right now. They're making strides, but they ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So they're trying, but it's really not leading them to a lot. And the main thing is the care of today's servicemen, because I won't just relegate this to the Air Force. The care of today's servicemen is far and few what it was like when we were there. You know what I mean? When we came in. Because when me and you came in, we had people like we could go to. Like, they were always around us. They want to know what's going on in our lives, what we're doing. You gonna do school yet? Like, asking all kind of annoying shit that now I'm glad they asked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they wanted to see you do good. And now we've kind of gotten away from that. And it's kind of sad to see it in such a light, because this is what it's doing to people, because the care isn't there. And I don't think a lot of servicemen have someone that they absolutely trust that they can go tell they have a problem. That's just my opinion. I don't see it. I don't see the people, the types of people in leadership positions that I saw when I was a young airman. I don't see that.
Yeah.
That wanted the best out of you. Not just as a serviceman, but as a person. I don't see it. But I do see them trying. And that all goes back to, they try, but they try when the problem is out of hand.
Right.
That's like knowing you getting the ass whooping and trying to hide the belt when it's like 85 other belts in the closet. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I feel the same way. Like every year, you get the whole thing, suicides. One suicide is one too many. In the military, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, cool. It's cool that you guys admit there's a problem, right? It's cool. It's the first level of acceptance. Admitted there's a problem, right? Now we need to fix it, right? So because we know it's happened. So when it happens, and it keeps happening, obviously what we're doing in between each incident is not working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if it was, these would be going down and not increasing. So I think it goes back to what Makk said. Quit trying to find what fucking HR plan Amazon is using to try to get their employees to stop doing it. Because what Amazon goes through is not what we go through in the military. We need something specifically for us that kind of caters to the things we go through. Not saying that we don't have everyday lives and experience the problems that an Amazon employee may have outside of work, but we have some, like, we can be tasked to go places and see some shit that we were not prepared to see, and come back here and try to act like we did not see said shit in the undisclosed location. And we can't come back here and let, you know, a green dot, red dot dude show up and be like, hey, remember to ask, care, and escort when you have somebody going through some things. Like, bro, it's not always that easy. Like, if I ask somebody, yo, is everything okay? You know, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, yeah, man, I'm cool, man. Just some shit messing with me. I'll be all right. And then you're just like, you sure? All right, man. I'm here if you need to talk. And then that be it. God forbid that's the last time I say something to this dude, you know? You have to. We have to do better with this. We, like, when you ask somebody how they're doing, you have to mean it. Because if somebody was like, nah, I'm going, and then, whoa, I just asked how you're doing. Like, you want to come back and talk to me later? And then they're just like, well, this motherfucker don't care. Mm-hmm. You know, so we need to do better. Instead of keep coming up with cool acronyms and cool programs to be like, this will be the one, and then it doesn't work. Like, we need to, until we show people, this is just me, that people come first and not the mission. Like, this is going to keep continuing.
I hate to break it, but that shit ain't gonna change. The mission is gonna come.
You don't think there's anything
that shit ain't gonna change.
I mean, yeah, because COVID is wild, and then they still be like, yeah, that's cool, come in.
Yeah, come in. Yep. I was gonna point that out as the example.
I know 40 people in maintenance got COVID. 40 people in maintenance got COVID. That's cool. You're working extra hours to make up for them, because we still got to turn out these jets to get these numbers of sorties up so we can meet our goal numbers. Yep. And then they're just like, oh, so now I'm working 16, 20 hours a week or a day. You know what I'm saying? And why are people killing themselves? I don't know. Maybe because they don't even get the full recommended amount of sleep before you have them coming back in, turning wrenches and fixing multi-million-dollar jets. It's hold on real quick. So Samantha saying the Wounded Warrior program, read service is really amazing. I would love to advocate having them come and talk. I'm a part of it, and that program saved my life because everyone was military and didn't bullshit each other. Yeah, I'd love to have, you know, we'll probably reach out. I know we got people on the base here at Luke. I could probably reach out to them, see if they'd be willing to come on and chat about this on a future episode, because like this is the only base I've been to where I've seen this many suicides, and I haven't even been here 3 years yet. And I'm just like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like that out here too. I've been here almost 5 years. Yeah. And the amount of suicides is crazy. Not just by military, but by civilian too. Civilian. Oh wow. This is a majority civilian. This is a majority civilian base. So, right. A lot of civilians are committing suicide at an alarming rate, and not just the young folks either. Some of the older people are, and that's what threw me for a loop around it, is some of the older people are doing it out here too. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
So it's not really. Damn. Yeah, because I mean it was on the chart, but like for, let me go back and see when they're breaking down age groups and stuff. Pop back up for you, boy. Because I know like people try to focus on the younger age group or whatnot. Like after you get a certain age, they're like, oh, you're in the safe zone. Like suicide isn't a real thing for you. Like bullshit.
Yeah, no.
You know, like
there's been a couple of older people that I've seen it on the emails. Such and such, we lost such and such suicide, and
right.
Yes.
So suicide.
They're not young at all.
From ages 10 to 34, suicide is the number 2 leading cause of death. And then age 35 to 54, it is the 4th leading cause of death. And then age 55 to 64 is the 8th leading cause of death. And this only goes up to, this only goes up to 2018. You know, so this is the most current thing as of 5 January. That's what their article says up there. But yeah, it can happen. Like, bro, people don't stop going through shit because they get older. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like, do those guys, they probably have their families out there and stuff too. It's not like they're out there just alone and miserable. You know
right, yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're all going through, but I think that, I think until, like, somebody commits suicide, you know, in a maintenance group or something, like, all missions and shit stop. Like, that's the least you can do, and have those people. Because I'm looking at that squadron, like say we're at the 728th, somebody commits suicide, and then they just like, so Kaylee, you going out there doing the prep for the radar for our mission, and you know, like, Willie, you going out there setting up the database.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was 728, it'd be like, look, man, I ain't all right. I knew this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm not all right.
Yeah, and that's what I would think.
I am not in the clearest of mind to do anything because I knew this guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone.
Shit should just pause.
That's what threw me off about the lieutenant I was talking about in the beginning. That's what threw me off about it.
Right.
It's not the fact that it's the fact that now I have to go to work knowing that this guy committed suicide, and I hated going into work.
Right.
I hated it. From that point on, I hated going there. And it was because like I had to sit in there and he's not there. You know what I mean? And the climate around it was immediately like it was awkward, man. It was like really awkward because you could tell people were affected by it, but you have a job to do. It's not fun anymore because it was fun.
Right.
It was fun. It just wasn't fun anymore. The environment had changed. And all I could think was like it was this tension in the air just all the time. Like anytime you go there, like you could tell because the people that found him, they had to go do a wellness check, which I also worked with.
Right.
They had to go do a wellness check on him, and they found him. And you could tell that changed them too, but because they were quiet, and then everybody was just focused on like, let's just get this shit done and go home. You know what I mean? Yes. Let's get it done, go home.
So
I don't want to. It was like that for everybody.
How did the commander down there handle that for the unit?
He could tell, and he was a Marine colonel too. He could tell that it bothered people. So he, and to his credit, one of the best commanders I served under, really. One of the best commanders I served under.
Yeah.
He really tried to get everybody to heal. You know what I mean? But he still had to focus on the mission. His response to it was find whatever avenue that you can to help you heal from it, because I know that it's effective. I know it is.
Right.
And he checked on us. He checked on everybody a lot. But it was still awkward. It was still awkward, and then there was a big feeling of guilt from everybody because the dude talked about it so much that everybody just thought he was playing. So that part was a big hurdle for everybody to at least just go to work and get work out of the way, because no one wanted to.
Do you think it's bad that, because everybody has taken, you know, the climate assessment survey, whatever they call it, people joke, do you think we need to stop using certain things as laughing matters or joking? Like, you know, like if it's a long day or you sitting through a long brief, you look at somebody and be like, kill me now before I kill myself. And then people be like, ha, ha, ha. You know, like, I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even take those jokes. I don't even take them as jokes no more. And that's why I don't.
Right. Because it desensitizes you to it when somebody says it and probably means it. You know, they'll be sitting at their desk like, oh my God, I'm going to shoot myself in the head. And you'd be like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. And, you know, they go home and, God forbid, do it. And you'll be like, shit. They told me what they were going to do. Like, I should have intervened, you know, but it's weird because they be like, you know, is there any sexual jokes or anything like that happens in the workplace and shit? And you'd be like, no, knowing that there is, because it's, you know, but it's just the military is just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it wants to keep that old school World War II, like buddy, what goes here stays here type stuff. But then outside of it, they're just like, we want to be progressive. We want to include. We want to make sure people can talk feelings and do all this stuff. So they need to figure out what they want to do with that. And until they do that, you're just going to keep having these miscommunications of people saying shit like, you know, your friend before he passed. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself. If this person comes in here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just kill myself. You know, some shit like that. Where you just be like, oh, here he goes again. And it's like actually a cry for help type stuff, you know? I don't know if the way we can fix this is every time somebody jokes like that, we take it seriously to the point where these people are just like, man, let me stop joking about this shit. I think that's the only way to fix that part.
Or just something simple like, hey man, you alright?
Yeah, man. Yo, so yeah, shout out to Cypress for bringing that up, man. Because I know we joke a lot about, you know, everything in this group. I saw that post and I had to sit and get my thoughts together because I wanted to respond, but I'm like,
yeah, that was a good post.
Let me get my thoughts together, and I'm glad you wanted to touch on this because I was gonna have to type out an essay and respond to these posts.
Right? I was like, I need a segment for that. But do me a favor. Send us your address. I will send you a DFPN patch and a smoke pit patch for that wonderful idea. So
for breaking the ice on a topic that a lot of people consider taboo, talking about suicide and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know, if you're watching, if you're listening, member of the Smoke Pit fan group, and if you're just listening and you don't see all the bells and whistles we got going on here, just go to Facebook and just type the Smoke Pit podcast fan group. It's a nice community, as you can tell. People are really into it, talking about real life things and things that you know, to take a break from real life. You know, it's a mixed bag of both. Very flexible, very laid back group. But there are times like this where it's something, you know, if this comes up and somebody in the community is concerned or wants to talk about this, we have no problem giving them about a good 30-45 minutes of discussion on the show. So feel free to join in. Again, Facebook, the Smoke Pit podcast fan group. It's a public group because there's a private one out there, but you want to join the public.
Yep.
Cool. What else you got on this topic, man? You good?
I'm good. I'm actually, I might need another drink after that. I said this might be a one drink night, but that one almost made me finish it.
You need to go re-up? I'll wait for you to get back before we move to the next section.
Yeah, let's re-up. Let them know what we got coming on Patreon.
Oh, all right. While he goes and refreshes his cup. So if you on the Patreon, or if you have it, set your notifications up, because I've been going live on there, doing live recordings of I Said What I Said, my podcast. Last one was pretty intense, but this one, my next one, I'm gonna try to record sometime over the weekend to allow people to jump in, because normally when I do this, it's like on a Monday night, and back on the East Coast or wherever you're at, it's probably too late, so nobody's jumping in. But I'm gonna try and do it on the weekend during the afternoon. The topic I want to hit on this week is like toxic masculinity, like why I feel like that's an issue, and how it is affecting today's youth, because as an 18-year-old dude, 18-year-old son, I call him dude, because we're cool like that. But he's not into sports or anything like that, and people look at me and they judge me by the fact that he's not playing sports, like I did something wrong raising him, because they know I'm into sports, and they're just like, oh, your son don't like sports. What's up? You know? So low key that bugs me. So I'm gonna just talk about that. I'm not saying that, you know, it's a rampant problem, but it has the potential to be something that can just, you know, fuck people up mentally, that can lead them to something like what we just talked about. Like they feel inadequate, like I'm not what society expects me to be, or I'm not what society says I should be, and then they probably fall into the realm of you know, something like that, thinking about suicide. So shout out to everybody who commented, Angel, Sam, Cypress, EJ, Mikey, Mook, who else was in here talking, man? I mean, some awesome comments and stuff. Lauren, Rob. I mean, it's good to have participation like this, back and forth. Angel, I saw your story you put in there. Like I said, it's amazing what comes up when somebody asks that question. You know, you never think anybody else goes through this. A lot of people think like it's just them, you know, so it's awesome that other people are able to you know, come together and share their stories to let people know they're not alone. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Oh, we need to make a segment shouting out Smoke Pit members who are out there doing their thing. I know I've been sharing a lot of the stuff that members in the group have been doing, but I think we need a segment to single out once a week a member that is out there on their grind, getting after what they want to get after in life. So we'll start working on that, because we got a lot of members who are doing a lot of good stuff this year, and I want them to know that we appreciate that, because they're supporting us. We're going to do everything we can to support you guys out there as well. As my voice gets all dry. But yep, so we're going to be doing live podcasts where you can interact. Only Patreon though. And then so they'll get early access to it probably 3 days before. Then we'll put the audio out for 2 days out, you know, depending on the tier. So we have the $10 tier, or the people who paid $1 when we were beta testing it, so they get the everything. So they're going to be the ones to be able to participate live in podcast outside of the Smoke Pit. The Smoke Pit will always forever be live here for you guys to jump in. What up, Jedi? As he talks about, there is mad talent in the Smoke Pit. There is. Like, there's a lot of dope people in here that be trying to hide their talent and shit. But let me find. If I find out that you are doing awesome shit and you are not sharing your awesome shit in the Smoke Pit, I will go and get your shit and share it in here and call you out. I don't care how modest you trying to be. I will let everybody know you're doing awesome ass shit. So,
man, I'm just doing that shit on the slick, man.
Yeah, like I'll be looking at my timeline like, oh shit, what you doing? What? You dropped what? You got what? And then I'll go look to see if they put it in the Smoke Pit. They ain't put it in the Smoke Pit. I'm just like, got him.
Going in the Smoke Pit.
Got him. But so yeah, like I said, $10 a month will get you live access to recordings of podcasts. I said what I said. I know Wrestling with My Thoughts is going to try and get more interactive with the live side. The rest of the guys, Mr. F You On Me, Real Food, we're trying to spin them up on how to use StreamYard so they can get in here and do the same thing. So like I said, that'll give you access to it 3-4 days prior to when it comes out. Then the $3 tier, you'll get the audio for that a couple days before it releases out on the StreamYard, ad free. All the audio and everything on Patreon will be ad free. And then also Patreon members, you'll get entered in all our giveaways and stuff like that. We'll still do the random giveaways for the group. Those will be for everybody. But like the big money, the big giveaways, the prizes and stuff like that, those will be more for the Patreon. I'll tell you what though, this is wishful thinking, but I know it's going to happen this year. When we hit 1,000 followers in this group, I'm gonna do a $100 merch giveaway. So I'm gonna be like, yo, just pick what you want in the merch, total it to $100, and we'll send it your way. You know what I'm saying? I might even up it to 200.
Let's go.
I might even up it to 200. If we get to 1,000, we'll do a raffle, and then we'll just be like, yo, pick what you want. $200. $200 of merch coming your way. That's how I'm feeling about you. But I want to see that happen. I mean, I'm looking at it. I see 850. I'm just like, bro, that's doable.
150 people.
That's doable.
I mean, if two of y'all invite two friends, you know what I mean? Just invite them. Tell them we don't bite. The water's warm.
It's not shark infested. All right. So you want to if you know me and Matt, you know we like sports. We don't talk about it a lot on here, but we have our side discussions: boxing, UFC, basketball, wrestling, all that stuff. We have side discussions.
Yep.
There was a major move in the NBA that happened a couple of days ago. And my man Black was like, this is the person he wants to talk about in this week's segment of Whose man's
Hold on. Let me take a drink.
is this?
Sir.
Yes.
James Harden was traded from the Houston Rockets to the Brooklyn Nets in a multi-team deal, by the way. And it looks like it was them, Houston, and Cleveland in this 3-team deal, which Cleveland did not get anything out of. They need to fire that owner, by the way.
Dan Gilbert up in Cleveland?
Yeah, he needs to go. He's just making horrible moves. If there's any way to tank a team, pay attention to Dan Gilbert. He is the other man in this equation. But the prime target of tonight's discussion.
Dan Gilbert assembled that team to give Cleveland their only championship in that whole city.
That wasn't Dan Gilbert. We know that was LeBron. We know now that was
LeBron put that team together.
We know now it was LeBron.
Hold up. So this is what went down in the trade. The Nets sent their sender Jarrett Allen and forward Taurean Prince to Cleveland, and guard Karis LeVert and forward Rodius, I don't know this dude's name, as well as 3 first-round draft picks and 4 first-round swaps to Houston. So Houston is going to come out of this in the future.
Houston won.
I feel
Houston won
because they also have Boogie Cousins and John Wall over there still. It's not like they.
Yeah, they won.
The Rockets also
They
received
won,
guard.
and they got rid of James Harden.
Yep. The Rockets also received guard Dante Exum and a 2022 first-round pick from Cleveland, and Brooklyn acquires a 2024 second-round pick from the Cavaliers. And then also the Pacers got into it, and Victor Oladipo also went to Houston.
To Houston, yes. Houston won this trade. They won that trade.
They did.
They won.
They did. Now that I'm reading all the shit that just happened, Houston is stacked. Houston is stacked.
Houston won that trade. They may not look good for the rest of the year this year, but 2 years from now, them dudes might just be talking about titles.
I low-key think that they are a better team now without James Harden.
I would happen to agree.
So do you think his legacy took a hit with this trade?
Yes.
How so?
Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. James Harden wanted to be the man. He wanted to be the main guy. And this is why he makes Whose Mans Is This? Sir, you mean to tell me you want to be the main guy on this team so much that CP3 got shipped out of Houston and went to OKC? OKC did great with CP3 in that squad because it was just CP3 and a whole bunch of role players. Yep, and he made it work. Yep. Went to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Houston struggle bus city. And you got Westbrook. How, sir? How? His legacy is going to take a major hit. I've always said, and I got a lot of hate for this, but I feel way more comfortable saying it now. James Harden will never be a leader of anybody's team. He won't be. He's just a great scorer. He is a role player.
So all those years in Houston,
he's a role player.
All those years in Houston, you don't think he was ever the leader of the team?
No, I don't.
Who do you think the leader was?
He was just a great scorer. When CP3 got there, CP3 was.
Oh, CP3 the leader.
He wasn't there, but a couple.
Everywhere CP3 go, I'm like, that's CP3 team.
CP3 left. Russ came in. You could make an argument it was more Russ's team than it was James Harden.
Facts. Well,
you can make that argument.
Here's my thing. I don't think Russ is the leader. I think Russ does.
They're too much. Him and James Harden are too much alike. That's why he left Houston.
I would say they're too much alike because they're both ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? Like Harden is ball dominant.
They're too much alike in that aspect.
Kyrie is ball dominant, and KD. I feel bad for KD. Like a lot of people give KD shit. Like, oh, you went and joined the Warriors to win your rings. Like low key. The Warriors were not going to win any more rings without KD. Like if KD didn't go over there, the Warriors just would have had that one ring.
Hell no.
And that would have been it.
Their ass up.
Yes. So
Ron would have ate their ass all the way up.
Steph benefited more from KD showing up there than KD benefited from Steph because KD was balling his motherfucking ass off in Golden State. So I feel bad KD's over there because KD got there and he was like, bro, don't get rid of Kyrie. Kyrie's my dude. We gonna do some things. Now Kyrie over there acting up. Like Kyrie is on my list too. Right now, Paul George is at the top of my list where I want to see him fail. And I know that sounds fucked up.
Kyrie's up there.
No, Kyrie is up there. Cause I'm just like, bro, retire if you don't want to ball no more, bro. Like don't hold this team hostage. Cause you got a whole squad of people who are just like, bro, you coming to the game, Kyrie? Oh no, you just don't want to come through. You on a Zoom call? Did you see that shit? Like hours before tip off, my man is in like a clubhouse Zoom chat or whatever. And I'm just, and then he tried to change his name in it, like nobody's gonna look at the fucking cam and be like, oh shit, that's Kyrie Irving. Like you just that unrecognizable. Like what the fuck is he doing?
Sage and shit.
Oh,
like you wild, bro.
He is the Ricky Williams of the NBA. You remember Ricky Williams? He was just like, oh, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm gonna go to Tibet and I'm gonna find myself spiritually. And it's like, bro, you want to play football no more? Like you in your prime? Yeah, I could take it or leave it, whatever. I think that's where Kyrie is at.
I'm alright.
Kyrie is on some next level shit. The way he be talking to his fans or just to the general populace, like you guys just don't understand the mind of a genius when like, do you want to play basketball or not? Is all we want to know. Because if you leave, then the Nets can go and find somebody else.
I'm done with you at that point.
I think he said that shit for clout. I think he said that shit for clout.
Do you think so?
Yeah, and this shit worked. I think he did that to get people to stop talking about. I think he did that to get people to stop talking about him leaving LeBron. Because that's all that was. It was like, why you leave LeBron? The Earth is flat. What? You stupid? Earth is flat.
That's a great response, though.
Yep. Why did you leave LeBron? Did you think he was being too overbearing? You know you can fall off the earth if you keep going to the west. What? I 100% believe that. You stupid. He's a flat earther. And then he's just like, worked like a charm. Gets him every time.
Yep. Done it. Done it.
I wonder if any dude has
But
tried
yeah, man,
that outside of sports. Like, the girl be like, "Who is Jennifer? Who's Jennifer on your phone? Did you know you can fall off the earth if you keep going on the what?
Yeah.
Yep. You stupid boy. You ain't nobody. The earth ain't flat. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You stupid. That's why I love you, cause you stupid. Works every time.
Come on to bed.
Show me how stupid I am in this bed. I bet I ain't stupid in this bed. I bet I ain't stupid in bed. Shut up. Show me what you talking about. Get some every time. Flat Earth.
Every time.
Thanks, Kyrie. Like a fucking commercial.
Kyrie!
Put Kyrie on the phone. Kyrie!
That shit was funny.
I'm 36. Yo, but you did in Damian Adams joint, the Real Deal with Damian Adams. Follow that, by the way, Real Deal with Damian Adams.
Yeah.
You did post a very true, based on what's happening, statement, which was what? Which was what?
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk.
LeBron leaves Cleveland, goes to LA, and then all of a sudden there's this great migration from all the NBA stars. They going east. They going to the east. They getting the fuck out of Dodge.
LeBron in here?
They getting
LeBron here with AD?
We gotta go.
We got to get the fuck up out of here. He got AD?
Go.
I gotta
Can't
go.
be staying around here. This dude crazy.
He
LeBron
crazy.
came out west and started balling. They was like, we don't want none of this shit.
Yeah.
We ain't getting no rings.
And I as a Laker fan, I am not mad at that. When LeBron was in the East, I was just like, bro, it's easy to make the finals when you in the East and you got the best players in the East on your squad in Miami. Like, of course you'd be going to the finals. Then he went to Cleveland and he assembled a team up there. I ain't mad at him for doing that. Like, if you could have the pool and the clout to do it, do it. Not everybody want to be like Charles Barkley and be like, I was an awesome player with no rings, because they be lighting his ass up on TNT. Shaq and Kenny don't let that man talk about championships at all. What you know about championships, Chuck? You ain't got no rings. You ain't got no. Every time we start talking about championships, you should just be quiet over there, Chuck. You ain't got no rings.
Know about championships, Chuck.
Chuck be out there.
No rings,
Chuck be out there like, Chuck, I was playing against the 80s. Motherfucking shit was hard. Everybody had teams with me. I was on the Sixers balling my ass off with nobody.
With nobody.
Jordan over there with Pippen and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here in Philly just by myself.
You know what this whole thing makes me wish now? Like, I wish CP3 would have went to the Lakers.
Oh!
I wish he would have. I wish he would have.
We cannot talk about that and expect this video to end on a high note. Because God rest his soul. It hurts to say that, because I want to damn it to hell. But David Stern blocked that trade and was just like, it's for the best interest of the league to not do that, because then they'd be stacked.
Right.
I'm just like,
right.
Okay, I guess. I guess. Then all of a sudden I look over at Miami and I'm just like, what? We don't want to stack teams?
Not even Miami, because when Ray Allen and KG went to Boston, I was like, what is this shit?
Well, that was... I look at that and I think that was just... Because I was looking at Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was not the Kevin Garnett he was in Minnesota. Like, he was serviceable. He was a great defender.
Right.
Paul Pierce was on the tail end of his prime. Ray Allen was just the dude to space the floor out. I think Rondo was more of a... They should have included Rondo in that as far as a big three, because that motherfucker's still out there doing work and the rest of them cats is gone. You know, so I think Rondo is what made that team great, that point guard play. But I saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't think anything big because, I mean, we were still over there in Los Angeles competing with Paul Gasol and fucking Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like Andrew Bynum was doing. Like, get the fuck out of here with Andrew Bynum. That dude was a flash in the pan. He had a couple good seasons, and everybody was trying to crown him the next big thing after Shaq. I was like, nope. Nope. But, I mean, we still fucking... The minute those three went to Miami, I was just like, ain't nobody winning shit. Ain't nobody winning a goddamn thing until these motherfuckers break up. When Dallas beat them that first time, I was just like, Dirk is that dude. Like, I was looking at Dirk. I was like, you nasty.
I say this now. I say this now. And people call me crazy for it now. When they got there, I didn't think they were going to win the championship the first year. I was pretty confident they won.
Even though they was,
when they got to the finals,
even though they was like 62 and 20 and shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't think they were going to win. I didn't think they were going to go that far. I actually didn't.
Yeah.
Like, because they didn't have any type of chemistry as a team.
Right.
But the fact they went to the finals that first year, I was like, oh,
it's trouble.
It's about to get crazy.
Yeah. In my mind,
it's about to get crazy.
In my mind, I was replaying LeBron when he first showed up, and he's like, "We're not gonna win. Not one, not two, not three, not four." I'm like, this motherfucker was spitting. This motherfucker is spitting. Because they got out there. I mean, they were struggling, and then they fucked around and won like 17, 20 straight or something like that. I'm just like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Like, I knew it was there, but I was like, next season is going to be insane.
Right.
If they're playing like this season, I was like, I feel bad for the league because these boys about to kill everybody. And I was in Key West at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm about to go to Miami. I need to find me a way to Miami.
I need to see one of these games.
Around these celebrations.
Right.
Yeah. I need to be around some of this shit.
Because they was cutting.
I will say this, and I don't like the James Harden move. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Right.
Like, I am vehemently against this shit. Because you have three dominant egos on one team. Right? That's way too much. You know, right. Kyrie left Cleveland because he didn't want to play with LeBron because he wanted to be the man.
Right.
KD was on his I want to win championships opposite these people because everybody's talking about me and shit.
Right.
And then you bring in James Harden and it's just like, well, who's going to be controlling the ball? Is it going to be Kyrie? How y'all going to space this
Kyrie
floor?
You think Kyrie's showing up for these games? I don't think his head is in basketball.
I don't think he will.
I don't think his mind is in the
Honestly,
basketball.
I don't think Kyrie's going to be there after next year. After this year, actually. I don't think he's going to be there. I think they're going to get rid of him.
Because I think they were trying to get rid of him or trade him or whatever this offseason based on how he was like, I'll play. I don't know. I'll try it. You know, and they're just like, bro, like, is you 100% with us or not? And then KD got over there. KD was like, the only way I'll sign with you guys is if you keep Kyrie because me and Kyrie is cool. And then now Kyrie doing this shit and KD's probably like, maybe.
Like, what the fuck?
Nigga, like, is you coming to the game, everybody in the locker room? The fuck you doing on Zoom? The fuck?
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Nah, I'm gonna be there. Man. Just tell the coach I'm gonna be there late. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there. Tell him I'm gonna be there in a minute, though. You know, it was like, bruh, come on. Now James Harden you think James Harden gonna get into shape? Cause did you see him in Houston?
Looking like Mark Henry. Yeah, I saw him. We saw him.
This motherfucker coming on the court. Somebody about to get their ass whooped. Somebody about to get dun, 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 dun. Somebody about to get their ass whooped. Something like he showed up out of shape.
What I do?
Oh man, he showed up. I was like, he fat. We eating, huh? Reporters was like, bro, so you were at training camp. What were you doing in Vegas and Atlanta? Training. TMZ gave us video saying that was a lie.
Yeah.
He was in them clubs.
Yeah. Bro, you don't go full Jamarcus Russell. What are you doing?
No.
You can't go full Jamarcus. What's wrong
What did you go to Brooklyn for, knowing that strip clubs are closed in the New York and New Jersey area? What you gonna do, James?
Right.
What you gonna do? They retiring your jersey in Houston like he was a real one. Stripper saluting his jersey up there like he always threw them. He wouldn't throw ones, he would throw them 20s in the air like they was ones, and we appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
But they said he did that because he didn't want to play. He didn't want to play in Houston no more. So
let me ask you this.
That's a bad way to protest.
Yeah, like do like Anthony Davis. Like, bro, y'all ain't doing nothing for me here. And it's not like they weren't trying to do shit. Like the last 2 years, they went and got people for him. Bro, you want to win now? Boom. Here's a fucking Chris Paul. 3 years of that didn't work out. He was like, bro, Chris Paul is too loud in this locker room. People respect him more than me. Get him out of here. All right, Chris, you're out of here. Come over here, Russell. 1 year with Russell. He got to go. I don't like him. They trade Russell. Here's John Wall for you. And Boogie Cousins. And we drafted this the center. What's his name? Woods. He's pretty good. Like, I've been looking at him. He's pretty decent. Like, he can grow into a good big man. And he's like, nah. I gave everything to the city. They haven't done anything to help me out. I can't do anything else. Like, if I was a Houston Rockets fan, I'd be like, get your bum ass the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, you just can't give up on the city like that. Like, if you were like LeBron, where he really, like, when he first left Cleveland, like they weren't trying to help that dude at all. At all.
That is the only case I understand.
Right.
Because LeBron's like, look, man, I'm carrying the shit out of this team. I can't do this shit no more.
You see these people behind me?
You got me and Ilgauskas.
Yeah.
Do you see my phone lineup?
Verjao. You got this little Delonte West dude hollering at my mom. You got this dude named, what was his name? Fucking Booby Miles. Like, that's not even his real name.
Yeah, Booby Miles.
Booby Miles over here. You got an Antoine Jameson trying to help me out. Carlos Boozer over here. I can't do nothing with this. I can't get jiggy with this.
What the fuck y'all giving me, man? Yeah, like, what the fuck y'all giving me?
I've been here 7 years.
Looking at the cards like, I ain't got no goddamn face cards in here nowhere.
All hearts. All hearts. You got all hearts. You throw it off everything. I can't even act like this shit is spade. You throw it off because somebody looked at their hands like, God damn, I got all the spades. You sit there like, fuck.
Yeah.
The other team like, I got 10 in a possible. You like, fuck.
What you got over there? We can't even go nil? Nothing? Nope.
Yep. So I'm just like, I'm cool with it, man. Like, I think nowadays, if you're not on a team with at least one other superstar, like, Cats is gonna bounce, bro. Like, I feel bad for.
But that's what I was saying at the beginning of the year. Yeah. I was like, this league, the way it looked at the beginning of the year, it was wide open. Anybody could have did it. Yeah, Booby Miles. Yeah. At the beginning of the year, it was pretty much anybody, because every team had at least two superstars. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Give or take a couple teams. Even Charlotte. Charlotte got LaMelo, and LaMelo's balling his ass off right now. Youngest player in history to hit a triple-double.
Yeah.
Yep, doing this thing. Lamar Ball.
He's the most talented.
Lamar Ball is quiet.
That part.
Oh yeah, he is.
That part. Because the way LaMelo is cutting up, I'm just like, boy, here at any moment, boy, LeVar about to just come on.
He about to go off.
Come out to that Vince McMahon music. Just start walking out there like Vince McMahon.
Yeah. I told y'all. What I say? Mark my words. My son's gonna be in the NBA Finals this year.
Never lost. The Bulls never lost. Yeah, I think this season is going to get hindered though. I think they need to go to a bubble format because these sports leagues with traveling and stuff, COVID popping up. It's not like the NFL where you only got 16 games to play. Like the NBA, they're trying to play 72 games. So your leeway with postponing games and stuff is smaller. So you're either going to end up canceling games, making the season shorter,
right?
Or you got to go to a bubble. Either way, the players can complain. Like George Hill was just like, you can't tell me to wear a mask and to stay here with this and stuff. I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I want. I'm just like, you can, but when the league, the company you work for finds you and says you are in violation of this contract or this agreement that was signed.
They just did that with Kyrie. Kyrie had to forfeit like $1 million of his salary because he went to a family gathering.
Yeah, against the COVID protocols and shit. Yep.
Yep.
Because they're paying you. They're trying to make it so you can play these full 72 games and get your full salary because you made half of your salary last year because only X amount of games were played. So they know people want their money. If you want your money, you got to play in the games. And to play in the games, you got to adhere to this policy that was agreed to by the NBA Players Association. So if you're mad, find a way to get on the Players Association so you can vote against shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But
hell yeah,
it's just one of those things, man. Speaking of sports, wild card weekend, your boys playing Tampa Bay. How you feeling?
Listen, and I say this as a Saints fan from the heart. Anything can happen. But if Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Saints, I'm looking for another fucking team. I can't do this shit no more to myself.
As a Panthers fan,
I can't.
Who has watched struggle bus after struggle bus
listen to me.
No.
Listen to me.
Bro, you walk into...
struggle. I'd rather struggle. I'd rather fucking struggle. Here's why. The past 4 seasons with the New Orleans Saints, some fuckery has always gone down in this round. The past 4 years, they had the pass interference that didn't get called. Fucking Stephon Diggs marches on in the end zone. I can't do this shit to myself. If y'all don't beat the shit out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after you done beat them twice in the regular season, I'm fucking done. I can't do it. Can't do it myself.
Minnesota got y'all last year.
My blood pressure
right?
is in the... Yeah.
How'd they beat y'all last year?
My blood pressure is in the pass interference shit. That was the pass interference shit.
Oh. And then when y'all got to like the NFC Championship game, that's when the Rams dude blew fucking... My man, like, the ball ain't even get there yet. My man just tackled him. He's like, oh, well, fuck it. Bow.
Yeah.
And the ref was just like, we'll let it ride.
That's why this year, like, if you notice this year, the rule was put in place because of what happened last year. The rule was put in place like they review pass interference calls now. That's why.
They don't do it anymore. They did it last year, but they got rid of it this previous year or the current year because too many people were trying to challenge it. And they're like, it's making the game too long. But let me just say this.
Right.
Let me just ask you this one question. And then we'll start to wrap this up. As a Saints fan, with the team you got assembled, you literally know you guys are winning at least 10, at the minimum, 10 games and getting into the playoffs. Either winning the division or as a wild card. What does it feel like to have that confidence? Like the regular season, you're just watching it like, yeah, let's just get to the playoffs. Because as a Panthers fan, I am watching the regular season like, can we just get like 7 fucking wins, dude? Can we just, god damn, like we can't draft right. We don't fucking, I don't know. Like, why did we give Teddy Bridgewater this money? Like, why did we give Teddy Bridgewater this money? Just because he played 5 nice games with the Saints? We're like, 3 years, $70 million. Like, whoa, he's a backup. What is happening? What is it? And then he started playing like one, and we was just like, oh, that's why. That's why nobody offered him this much money except us.
Yep.
Teddy was just like, what? 70 million? Panthers. He had the contract.
Got him.
Keep pounding. Like, you should follow Teddy Bridgewater. He's your quarterback. What you talking about, Instagram? Oh, we signed him.
Hold up like Trump and shit.
I can't believe they did it. His agent was like, hurry up and sign it and make it official.
Hurry up. Blow the ink. Blow the ink.
It's dry. But you're willing to walk away from a well-coached, well-organized, winning organization. Where would you go?
I would have to go to a team that sucks. And I can't go to Cleveland no more because they good. So it'd probably be like Cincinnati or something.
Nah, go full suck mode and go to the Jets. Or Jacksonville.
Might as well.
Do Jacksonville. You stayed in Jacksonville for a little bit.
I might go Jacksonville. All right. I can't keep doing, like, my blood pressure's in a healthy spot right now. And I don't want to keep doing this shit to myself. You know what I mean? Because every Saints game in the playoffs is just like, man, y'all please don't blow this shit. Please don't blow this shit. Like, get up by 2 touchdowns. That way y'all can be at peace. Y'all can rest the starters at the end of the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like, we don't keep doing this to ourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't like being, like, even with something as simple as you up by 3 with a minute left with the Saints, it's not enough for me anymore. Like, at the fourth quarter. It's not enough.
All right. Last question.
You have these teams, and I look at them, right.
So,
and to answer your previous question, like, the confidence I have during the regular season, I'm like, this team is a Super Bowl contender. I know it. I feel it in my spirit. Right. It happens to me every year. It's like, this team is a Super Bowl contender. They really are. And then fuckery happens in the playoffs. And I'm like, there goes my hopes and dreams. And then, since I'm from Louisiana, and then most of the people either are Saints fans or Cowboys fans, now I got to look at my timeline and all the sucky-ass Cowboy fans that don't have a squad and ain't had a squad in 88 years. Now they talking shit. So now I got to deal with that too.
They up there talking about, have a seat next to us, Saints fans. Like, motherfucker, y'all been sitting there.
How's it feel?
Y'all been sitting there during the regular season because y'all knew y'all wasn't going nowhere. Oh, right? Man. So, last question. Are you ready? Yep. Are you ready to part ways with Drew Brees this offseason?
Yes. I was ready last year.
Oh, shit. What?
Yeah, I was ready last year.
You think Drew,
I think it's time.
You think Drew ain't got it no more? Drew ain't got it no more?
I'm not saying he don't got it. He still got a little bit left in the tank. But I don't want to see him get to a point to where he ain't got it. I don't want to see that version of Drew Brees.
So you want to see
walk
James?
Away while you still got at least a little bit.
So you just want to see James in there throwing balls now?
You know what? Honestly, if you would have asked me at the start of the year who I'd have wanted to see, I would have been fine with Teddy Bridgewater because he carried it, and all you had to do was manage it. The defense is good.
Right.
The offensive line, which is your guys' problem, the offensive line isn't as good as the Saints' offensive line. So he has these problems.
Right.
The offensive line was still good. He could manage a game. I would have loved to see him stay in New Orleans, and then maybe he would have developed more into a great quarterback. I just think him leaving stunted that growth. But I'm glad we got rid of him now. Seeing what he's doing in Carolina, my bad.
That was petty as shit, man. I don't appreciate that. That was super petty of you. Anyway, that's all we got when it comes to that. You got any final thoughts or final shots to take before we say goodbye to the lovely people?
I do. And if you guys joined us last week, I told you guys I had a single coming out soon. I do have a release date for it. that I can confidently tell you guys. So February the 1st, to celebrate the Black History Month, I will be releasing a track called Black is Beautiful, and it will be available exclusively on the Dat Feelin Bandcamp. So go to www.bandcamp.com, subscribe to Dat Feelin, and you will be getting this track along with every other track in Dat Feelin's library, which is a whole bunch of good music. So that track will be available on Bandcamp February the 1st, titled Black is Beautiful. It is my first Dat Feelin release.
Woo.
So go subscribe to those guys. Also shout out to Pitmaster, aka Brother E. Smitty. He just dropped a beautiful album on SoundCloud. It's on all streaming platforms now.
Yep.
So go to Soul Powers. The name of the album is called The Beginning Of, and man, what an incredible album. Him and Shabba the Beat Yoda dropped. My God, what a great, it is a great album. I put one of the tracks up on in the Smoke Pit, the COVID joint, which he has video for, but the rest of the album is incredible, man. So make sure you guys go check that album out. I'll put the link up in the group as well. But man, give this album a shot. It is perfect music for right now. It is a beautiful album.
It is.
So go check that
definitely,
out.
Definitely a well put together album. They took their time with it. It is they were recording it through the summer and the last half of last year, where a lot of stuff was going on. So it is almost like a period piece of America that they created this album around, and it is. I know it sounds weird saying that 15 days into the year, but the best R&B album of 2021
of the year
is The Beginning Of by the Soul Powers. And if you stream it, track number 2, All Makes Sense, is my joint on that.
Oh man, yeah, it is. Yeah,
All Makes Sense. Shy the Beat Yoda, his production. Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to holler at him once the album's out.
You might need a couple tracks. Yeah, you might need a couple tracks from your boy, man. He gave me that.
First though.
Yes.
First things first. Me and Clint Taylor need to have a conversation.
I thought y'all been had that. Wait a minute. This is a side discussion. This is inside politics.
Yeah.
They don't need to know the inner workings of that film. But yeah, check that out. Check out Pitmaster Rob's YouTube channel with his son, Comic Wars. Check out Mikey P. Bean's YouTube channel where he's reviewing, I think it's Doc 91B. Just check that out. He does reviews on all the, bro, if you like knives, pointy things that can cut your ass, my man does it. It's also outdoor stuff. He does awesome reviews. He told us he spends over $500 a month on subscriptions to get these things to give reviews on. So check him out. Give his channel, give him some likes, give him a subscribe, help out the channel. Who else was out here shining? Pitmaster Kayloni Diaz. She out here doing the streaming thing with her dude Brian Olivia. They out here streaming, getting their streams up. Their numbers are going up on Twitch. They're trying to get affiliated partners. Help them out. And who else was out here shining? I think somebody else out here was shining, and I forgot to mention.
Shout out to Pitmaster Rob Gibbons.
Yeah.
Rob and Chantel Gibbons. Shout out to them. Their son just released his first single.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So shout out to them.
We're gonna throw that in the smoke pit
Trey?
too.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Yeah, we're gonna throw that in the smoke pit too. Brand, I'm trying to give flowers to everybody, bro. Like I said, man, if you're doing something good and you got a passion that you're chasing after and you want some support, post it in this group. You will not feel like nobody is supporting you. Like if you want to go to a community where you feel people are backing you, this is the spot to go to. And the reason for that is we want to facilitate that environment, because you guys are supporting us. You guys are tuning in, commenting, liking, sharing the videos and stuff. So we just want to make sure that we return that favor to you guys. Like, you see, this is our passion. We want to help plant, water, and fertilize your passion as well. So share it in here. Don't be afraid. You don't have to ask me, hey, can I share this? Like, just share it. You know what I'm saying?
Share it.
Unless it's like something that is like super against Facebook's whole guidelines and shit. Side note, I don't know what you did. This is to Pitmaster Hugh Hill. Why do I have to keep approving your posts? What did you do? What did you do? Every time I'd be like, Hugh Hill needs a post approved, and I'm just like, what? Did he? And I clicked, and it was just like, well, he did something that was against the guidelines, some time ago. I just want to know, what is it that you did, Hugh Hill? If you listening to this, what did you do? Because I be checking your posts, and I'm just like, this shit, I don't see nothing inappropriate with this. So I want to know, what was the initial post where Facebook got you on their damn watch list, bro? Don't be bringing that energy over here. I don't want this group shut down. You still gotta
approve them shits? Because I hadn't seen the last couple. I thought he was out.
Nah, because I approved a couple the other day. So, and then there'll be some times where I know you had to approve them. I'm just like, what is... I wanted to ask you. I wanted to be like, yo, what is... this Hugh Hill do? Why he in here wilding? What did he post? What did I miss? Anyway, that's all I got. I have been your homie, Makk, a.k.a. your boy.
And this is Bread Like a King, made it cover Kaylee. Thank you guys so much for coming to the Smoke Pit, embracing debate, having a good discussion tonight.
Yes.
You guys are incredible. Thank you.
I agree 100%. So until next Friday, you guys keep it popping in the group. Keep those comments coming. Keep those posts coming. Keep those debates going. And y'all take care. Be nice to one another, man. Peace.
Peace.